What's up, guys, and welcome back to another City Skylines stream. We're back in the lovely city of Petra Vallis. Population just over 34,000. We're a bit late tonight, but better late than never. And hey, what's up, Jelly Bean? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. And let's get back into it, see where we left off. We were building up this cool side of the city, which is a bit far away from where the city started. Kinda a mountain range in between it all, but you know what? It makes it unique, and it makes it pretty cool. We can't get another tile just yet, but we're close. We need 6,000 more people, and we do have a little bit of demand, which is good, and we do have a little bit of space as well. Although these guys seem like they're in need of some services out here, so let's get them some health. Let's get them some police and maybe even a touch of fire protection. So let's see. Why am I always hosting Bob Ross? Just to keep it chill. Keep the chill vibes going. Also, a lot of people bring him up in my Twitch chat, so I feel like it's appropriate. Oh, that doesn't quite fit in there, which is a bit of a shame. I was really hoping it would. Let's see, where could we get a medical clinic? We do have one. I thought we had one down here. Maybe we didn't. I could have swore we put one in. But that's okay. Let's maybe put it across the street from the baseball field. Maybe even in there. It would fit in there without too much trouble. So let's squeeze it in there. It's a bit close to this house, but you know, they're going to be healthy, so I don't think they're going to mind too much. Let's also move this path over just slightly. So it sort of connects it all together. That looks pretty good. And maybe we'll keep the other path here as well, just to make it all look as connected as possible. That's pretty good. We'll put a big tree there. It's all good. It's nice and fancy. Alright, so that's looking good. And that should hopefully help these guys out. It is a bit of a drive for them down the hill, but it's not too far, so I think they'll be okay. Police and fire. We do actually have a couple police, and we have a little bit of fire, but maybe we'll throw a watchtower up here just to keep an eye on everything. Make sure our lovely little meteorite park doesn't go up in flames. Yeah, these guys are fine. We've got our harbor, which still needs some trash collection. I feel like we moved that recently as well, but maybe we didn't. Yeah, we put one over here. Still, I guess, kind of a stretch to get over there. So that's okay. We can put maybe a second one on this side. If we put a road in like that, it's kind of crazy. But stay with me. Little dirt road. We'll get our recycling plants. Oh, we can't actually put it in there? There we go. A bit of a crazy angle for the recycling plants, but that's okay. Put an incinerator. Why would we want an incinerator? We have lovely, non-polluting, or less polluting recycling plants. An incinerator would be better than a garbage dump, that's for sure. But with the recycling plants, don't really have to worry about too much pollution. I think their efficiency is the same, if not better, than the incinerator. So, always promote recycling. Looking good. We do have quite a bit of industrial demand. And we actually took out a lot of industry recently because we were having an issue with not enough workers in the specialized industry buildings. We might be able to get a few more offices down in here because we do have some spaces still open if we wanted to zone along this road. Which maybe we don't. Maybe we want to keep that. It is a bit of a cliff. So it might be best to not zone right along that. This is actually pretty full here. Maybe we'll do some smaller offices right along there. Oh. Bit of space right here. Let's put a couple buildings just to add a little buffer between the residential and that pretty busy bridge. And we'll throw a couple on this road. Just to fill up that sort of empty gap we created by bringing our ferry stop out there. And oh, how are the ferries doing? Let's check on them. Anyone using them? A couple people there. How's our ferry usage overall? 200 tourists are using our boats, so that's good. And that, I don't know if that includes the harbor or not. It might. Which would make sense for all the tourists coming in to the city. 83 people using trains. Metros are doing really well, which is good to see. Line 2 and Line 1 specifically. Which ones are these? The inner loop going down to the tourism area. I think is the opposite one. Yeah, okay, so the tourism area makes sense. It's a big commercial area. It's where they want to go. A lot of high-density residential. But it's good to see that 2,500 people are choosing the public transportation options. And traffic overall, 84%. Not going to complain about that. Still a little busy up here, particularly right here. This is a little busy. Our crazy junction with the train stop, the cargo train, Maybe we need to do something a little bit like this where we don't have to have any left turns, because that's what's really slowing us down, is the left turn bit. Hey, what's up, Geo Striker? Welcome. But let's see, how would we do this? How would we be able to get these guys into here without having to cross the traffic there? It's gonna be a challenge, but I think we might be able to do it. Let's grab a bit of road. Would we be able to make a tunnel here? Probably not. So we'd have to go out that far. I could live with that. And then get that going to there. We'd have to delete the train line. Actually, if we deleted some of this. Hey, what's up, Kimball? Welcome. I think there's already too many trains for that one cargo terminal, and streamlining their entry won't help traffic because there's already too many trucks. That could be a possibility, for sure. But it's definitely not helping that they have to cross. So we'll see. We can always put it back. Also, it's not going to hurt to just, try, give it a try. Because that does actually work pretty well, pretty easily. Just make sure this is all going the right way. We can make it maybe look a little nicer in terms of not having a crazy sharp angle there. Because that's not too bad. And then we'll just disallow anyone here from making a left turn. Go to there. You can go... It was there somewhere. There it is. You can go to there. And we'll say you guys can go to either one of those lanes just to keep it speedy. You can't go there. And then another thing I want to do is adjust the speed limits, because 80 seems a bit excessive. 50 should be okay. Oh, too many trucks. Yeah, there are a lot of trucks. This is true. And which is weird because this one used to be super busy. But maybe the fact that we did put in this little, like, loop kind of deterred them from going here, and then because that was a simpler connection, they just went to there? I don't know. We'll find out. Or maybe just because it's kind of closer in proximity to the entrance down here. It's a lot easier for them to just jump in there and come out, go all the way down this road, and then loop back in. Because they're all about finding those shorter distances. But the one thing it is going to do, which, yes, there's still going to be a lot of traffic, but because we adjusted the lanes accordingly, that one lane goes into there, and then you guys can't turn, there won't be any traffic in this junction theoretically, because the people turning left will still be able to turn left without any obstruction, and the people coming around the corner here can keep on flowing. That is very getting backed up. You would think they would learn, but they do not. The real problem, I think, just stems from the fact that they go in a lot slower than they come out. And I think that's just a game flaw design. I think they should be going in and out the same speed. Just my personal preference. All based on total distance traveled, yeah. So, because this one is a little closer, entrance-wise, like if we moved the entrance to this, maybe like down here, we might get a better split. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Would that be crazy if we did that? If we turned this around and had them loop into here and then come out there? I don't know. Or another thing we could do is just disallow traffic coming from there. So they're all just coming in from the same spot. Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. Maybe we'll get rid of this. We'll see. Where's the train underpass going? Train underpass. Are you referring to this one or this one? Because this one is going underneath the power plants and then continuing on down to the outer city track, while this one is just a through road for any train that doesn't want to stop at that station. And we just put it underground to make it a little easier. Alright, let's also adjust this intersection so you guys don't have to be doing any stopping. Because it's technically an intersection, but not really. And that is a lot of industry. That's just a lot of people U-turning from not being able to get in there before. But at least with this, the traffic is flowing in one line, so they're not merging on the road for the station. Which might be good, might be bad, who knows. This looks like a mess. This looks like an absolute mess. Just you. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the traffic's a nightmare. Alright, we are gaining some population though. We're up to 36,000, that's good. Yeah, I think this one might be getting used a little bit more. Seems a little more even. We'll check on it later. Once all the traffic that was already pre-existing, once that clears. And we do have a lot of boats. Those boats are inside of each other. Those boats, that's a cargo ship. Where'd that cargo ship come from? Do we have a cargo? No, we don't have cargo up here. And those are only cargo train stations. We have 1, 2, and then 3 technically as part of the cargo hub. Oh, I did a bad. I did a bad. Do I always play Alan Jackson instrumentals? You mean Michael Jackson? And it's not all the time. It's just a couple times. Is a stadium really useful in terms of profit? Actually, I think it is. Because, well, I mean, take this with a grain of salt because I'm not an expert. But it's 200,000. But each game, you get like 30,000. So after, 5 or so games, you pretty much make your money back. Look at that. We've already made. Actually, we've made so much more money. That doesn't add up. Those ticket sales do not add up to that. But yeah, we've made 500,000, almost 600,000 in 4 games. The whole stadium itself only costs $200,000. So personally, I think it's pretty good in terms of profit if you get it in early. Can you post a link to this Alan Jackson song? You keep saying Alan Jackson. Is that like a different person? But here, I'll let you. You can throw a link in. Nope. You gotta be patient, Sandwich. I'm sorry. There you go, Sandwich. But there's an upkeep cost. I don't know what the upkeep cost is. Let's see, $4,000 a week. So I guess it's a pretty pricey upkeep if you're on a tight budget. But you know, if you have a little cash to spend, why not go for it? It's more of a long-term investment. How's our water doing? Water's good. Electricity is really good. You're never going to need electricity again. Healthcare overall, not too bad. Deathcare is good. And how's our land value doing? We could use a little more land value up here, which is kind of surprising because we do have the Meteorite Park. You would think that would give us some good land value, but maybe we need another park or something. Is this a custom map? This is a map from the workshop. And here you go. That is the name and creator of the map. And so we don't really have room for a park. There's not a lot of space up here. Very steep slopes. Although what we could do, maybe we'll do a little terraforming. Just to make a little more room, but also gonna do something that'll look cool. What if we bring some earth out here and we make it more of a cliffside rather than a hillside along this road? Like we got the hilly part here, but we'll make this part a little more steep. That way we can maybe bring some roads into here, put some parks, put some more housing. Nothing too extreme, although that's already a little bit extreme. Maybe a marina or something on the water. Well, we do have a cargo hub. We could maybe throw some water things out here, but these guys are doing okay. These guys are not doing okay, though. These guys really need something. They're hurting. Why are you guys hurting so bad? Who hurt you? Alright, we'll get a road going down to there. Usually like to go fishing at the cargo hub in your town. I mean, I guess it works, right? Anywhere that is a dock. Okay, get that. Oh, that doesn't quite line up to there. We could do that. But that seems... maybe we'll do that. That's okay. That's not bad. And we'll get you going back to the mountain, because we can get some houses on there. We can maybe get a couple service buildings on these corners. Oh, well, they seem fine now. They were sick a while ago. Make up your mind. Are you sick or not? Are you okay? Are you sick? Get a park in there. large playground. I could see maybe a playground being here. If we're gonna do a bunch of residential here, which I'm thinking is gonna be the case. Hey, what's up, MP? I am late tonight. Apologies for the late stream. It's been quite a busy day. A lot of running around. A lot of crazy stuff going on. But we're here. We're still streaming. We're still building. Let's see, we could actually delete that, which I'd be okay with, and then we could throw a park in the middle there. That way we don't have to sacrifice too much real estate. But I feel like we need kind of like a longer park if we do that. Do we have anything in the unique buildings? Like the Bird and Bee Haven? Maybe. It's a little too long now. But I guess that might look cool. Let's give it a try. Let's just see what it looks like. It definitely messes with the terrain a bit. Yeah, I don't really like how it works, that terrain. Let's go with a large playground. It fits in there nicely. It doesn't mess the terrain up. It still looks good. We can get some more pathways going around to make it look like it's a larger bit of park. Oh, looks like we want it to be the dirt path. There it is. Get you going over to there. Make sure these guys are going to have water. Don't want to have any issues with that. And they also need power. That is connected. You're a phony. Is that a mod you see there? A mod? What are you talking about? Alright, can we fix this? Fix this a little bit. There we go, that looks a little better. We do a little bit of smoothing. It's not going to matter too much once we get some buildings in there, but that's okay. And then, yeah, these guys are still sick, so let's throw them a bone. Get a medical clinic in there. Put it right across the street from them. How's the other services doing? We've got okay fire coverage. These guys are high fire safety hazards though for some reason. Why are you guys such fire hazards? What are you doing in those buildings? Let's do a little more commercial. I like doing commercial in these little triangle areas. And actually, we're going to do this as high density. And are we going to get some nice houses over here? It looks like we will. So a little more. And actually, we'll do... Make sure this is in the district. These are still going to be the green cities style of housing, which is what we want. And let's do a little bit of low density right along the cliff. And maybe we'll do in here too. But I'm thinking this back row can be high density. But just having some smaller, fancier houses right on the cliffs will be pretty cool looking. I want to know why these guys would keep getting so sick. Is it because this was... No, it's not because this was industry before. There's not like leftover industrial pollution. They're literally right across the street from a health clinic. Is it noise-based? Oh, that is a little noisy. That is a little noisy. Oh, that's because this is commercial behind them. That's what they don't like. That's what you guys don't like. Okay, so let's remove our commercial back here. We'll replace you with offices. And I think that was a concern when I put them in. I was a little worried that the commercial right behind them would be a little noisy. And it was. Do you think these guys would be mad if I deleted their house to put a pathway in there? Alright, I'll just do it. I'll do it here then. Drag that to the corner, so that's nice. A little bit of a twist in it, and it's a little bumpy, but that is okay. And these guys aren't building just yet. They do have water. Is it because they don't have power? Nope, they'll have power when they start building. Just waiting for that demand, I guess. This road is getting very busy. Not incredibly busy, but still a little busy. Not as busy as it once was. But this is all the industrial traffic coming from the spring park over here, coming through these neighborhoods to get to the cargo hub. So I wonder if maybe there's a better way that we could get some guys from here over to here. Like maybe like a little expressway that goes from here and then maybe linking up somewhere by the hub. Because we brought a road straight through here. And then like through this mountain. What if it went through the mountain underneath the houses and then popped up like down here? That'd be kind of cool. Linked up, went right into the mountain. Lower the speed limit. I don't know what lowering the speed limit would do though. Because this is the only cargo hub, so if they really want to go to the cargo hub, they'll just drive on that road with a lower speed limit. There's no really alternate, unless they go to the train, which would send them back up to here. But we do want people to use this. It's not that we don't want them coming here, it's just we don't really want them cutting through the neighborhood so much. So let's try this. Let's give it a go. Have that go straight back to there. We'll go under the mountain. So this is going to be raised. can get over here. And this is gonna be interesting. Because it's raised going over that. I'll get rid of these guys real quick. Can I not? There we go. And now it's got to go from being raised to being a tunnel. So it's going to go underground. See if it'll let us do it. Oh, it looks like it actually will. But what height? I think that height. Let's see how it looks. That's pretty cool. We might stretch it back a little bit just to make it a little more recessed. But it looks pretty cool. And then let's get it coming all the way down under here. And I would like it to come out down around this area. Maybe a little lower. And link up to there. So that way they even bypass all the curly bits. Which I think they'd probably enjoy. Especially in a giant truck carrying lots and lots of cargo. Might be a little sketchy. So that's gonna go into there. That looks pretty cool. We have to link that up, but let's see if we can make this look just a little better. Scooch that back. Oop. Don't want to mess up. Don't want to mess with the houses too much. Oh goodness. Or mess with the world. Oh, we're creating a time portal to another dimension. Good lord. Whoa. Alright, we got it. Technically in there. Technically it's working. And it's in there. Okay. That's interesting. Why does it go up so much? That's kind of weird. There we go. That looks a little better. Does the whole road do that? Does the whole road go up by an obscene amount? No, that's actually pretty level. That actually looks really good. So it does stretch the world a little bit when you get really zoomed in, but overall, I think that's pretty neat. Let's just raise that up a little bit so they have a little more clearance under there. Looks a little tight. A little more level going in. And then we can have that connect up somewhere. I guess what we'll do is actually bring this back a bit and put a nice curve in, because that looks pretty cool. That a little bit. Maybe we'll lower this a little bit too. Make it a smooth ramp down over the water into the mountain, linking up to the cargo hub. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. Little expressway. Hopefully it will cut down the traffic here. We get another cool little bridge going in there and under the mountainside. I dig it. So hopefully the trucks are going to use it. Let's give a little look. No one's using it. No one's using it. A lot of people using that road. No one using that road. Did I not connect it? Is this broken in here? That is my one concern, that it's somehow broken and a car actually can't drive through it because of our moving with the Move It mod. So let's see if we do that. Maybe link up a nicer section of road. Because it looks good. In terms of the road being all connected, it doesn't look like it's a crazy height. It is indeed connected, I think. I didn't make it like a one-way road where no one can turn onto it. Huh, that is really strange that no one's actually using it. Yeah, still a lot of traffic coming through to there. Bump the speed limit up. We can give it a try. Maybe it's not fast enough, because it's the same speed as that road. It has less curves and junctions, so you would think it would be right up their alley, but maybe not. So we'll make it 60, and I think that affected the entire road. Yep, it did. So we'll give that a try. There we go. Now we got people starting to use it. I guess the speed limit was the key, or they were still just so stuck in their ways of using the normal road. They didn't hear the exciting news. One person's taking it to get here. One lonely truck. Where is this truck? We need to find this truck. The one smart guy in the city. Oh, there's one. So we got two. We got a couple. Let's give him a look. Forestry truck. Take us through the city. A lot of industry. If a road was 60 miles, I would take it all the time. Oh, that's getting a little close there, truck. Come on, truck. Why are you guys slowing down so much? And this is why it's taking them forever. They can't even get out of the zone. Alright, we need to fix that junction. Okay, let's do that real quick. You guys don't have to worry about stopping. Or I guess the trams do. We'll make sure the trams stop. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're going down the bridge. That could be a little smoother. Oh, we lost him. No, truck, we lost you. Come back. Alright, we got a couple people coming back. It does look pretty cool. A little bridge. That could be a little nicer of a slope. The cool city on the coastline. Some boats in the background. And they go right into the tunnel. All the people walking down below. Slowly making his way in. That seems a little slow for 60 miles an hour. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Oh, and there he comes. Right into the harbor. Look at that. So smart. Well done, industrial truck. Ooh, and we have 39,000 people. That's awesome. We are getting dangerously close to the next tile. And I think what we're going to do is buy this tile, maybe expand this industry just a bit. And also maybe do something to split this highway or this expressway to maybe get some people over to this side of the mountain a little more conveniently. But we're making good progress. Can we throw any more commercial in our zones here? We could put a tiny, tiny bit right here if we really wanted to. So let's do it. Nothing's stopping us. Oh, look at all the people walking around down here. I absolutely love it. Coming to the stadium. We got a game going on. Won our last 3 games. Buy your tickets now, people. Got a championship caliber team this year. We do have a little bit of space in here, and is that all just parking? Good lord, that's a lot of parking. We might need some sort of parking structure over here by the stadium, because that is a lot of cars parked on the road. Can we get a tour? Because it looks like you missed a great stream last time. Oh yeah, sure, we can take a little tour of the city. Now we're almost at 40,000 people for all the newcomers that might be in the stream tonight. So the city started over here in this tiny, tiny little area with our little lighthouse, a few little neighborhoods. It's currently been upgraded a little bit with some higher residential stuff, but looking pretty cool. We have a little bit of an expressway going down into the city, a little bit of a slip ramp in there to get off. Our starting intersection or interchange that we attempted to recreate but didn't quite do so hot, so we ditched that idea. But I do really like that interchange, and it has been doing really well for us so far. A little bit of industry up here. Of course, our mountaintop town up here with the cathedral, a lot of high density that we got in there last time, which was our original idea. And traffic's doing really well. Getting up to here again, we have some switchback roads going up to there. This is our other interchange that we actually created, and it's actually turning out pretty cool, kind of unique. Little dumbbell. Stealth, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. We got a bunch of bridges, a bunch of high density as we kind of have been working along the peninsulas, crossing the waterways. Our commercial tourism area down here with our aquarium and hotels, a lot of blimps going around because tourism and blimps just make sense to me. We did start working a little back towards here, getting a little custom waterfall in, which I think looks awesome. We do have a little bit of a sky walkway ramp that isn't doing isn't serving as much foot traffic as it once was because of our public transportation helping that out. But we did have, at one point, a lot of people walking across that, so that's why we got that in there. So more residential going back into here. Our expressway that I mentioned earlier, coming from another part of the highway. Little sort of discrete tunnels interchange that we got going on there. Coming down here, which leads up to our giant ore industry at the top of the hill, which is still very packed at this one train station, but that's okay. They're still doing their thing. They're still getting in there. And then our most recent building projects have been on this side of the mountain. Got a little bit more forest industry, and then just some sort of more high-tech green cities type housing, just sprawling out to the coast, taking advantage of these lovely little coastlines and hilly areas. And I'm really enjoying how the city's coming along. So just a quick tour, quick overview. We got our harbor, we got some trains, a little bit of public transportation, but nothing too crazy. We do have trams, and like 50 people are using the trams. So we'll take what we can get. But the one thing I'm actually super happy about is our traffic is at 84%, which is incredible. I don't know how we're doing it. I don't know how our traffic has been this good so long, but it's been doing okay. These guys are finally starting to build along the cliff's edge, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted them to look like. So I am super thrilled with those guys. Still gaining a little bit of population. Just very, very slowly. These guys are doing a lot better now that we've gotten rid of the commercial behind the house. We can throw maybe a little bit more in there. Maybe even a little bit more right in here. What's on the small island? Oh, the small island, I forgot to show off potentially the coolest part of the city. We made a nice wooden bridge, a cool old-timey stone brick and wood bridge, which is just a dirt path. When you make a bridge, that's what it turns into. And out here we have a temple, our little temple complex, a lot of bamboo, a couple tiny shops, but nothing too grand. And then our beautiful Zen garden and little makeshift pier area, which we tried to make a wooden sort of dock looking thing, but the wooden path that I got off the workshop, you can't actually make it raised. It also doesn't really look good curved. When you curve it, it starts doing funky things. So we just stuck with the dirt path, a little bit of paved path for the raised bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with a lot of rocks. You know me, love my rocks. So we got some more paths going on here. We might do a little more detailing on this side, just haven't gotten around to it. Maybe throw some more bamboo in. But looks good. I'm happy with it, and we're so close. We might hit it. Will we do it? Zoom in on our residential areas up here. Oh, 40 people away. I believe. Come on, citizens. And I guess our high density is still filling up. And there it is. We are a megalopolis, population 40,000 people. We have a new tile, which is really exciting because that means we get some more room to build because the mountains are taking over the area. We have monuments, which is awesome. And we also have the international airport. We do actually have the domestic airport already, so we could have put an airport in somewhere. We just don't really have a lot of room for an airport right now. But let's see where we want our next tile to be. What can we grab? So we have this one, which would be good to expand Spring Park, maybe get a little more industrial, maybe a little more residential up on the northern coast, get another expressway going through the mountain just for ease. And then we have this island down here in the bottom right, which just looks like a cool spot to build, which we are going to build on eventually, just maybe not right now. But I think just in terms of logic and what's going to help the city out the most currently, I think I'm going to go with this guy. Just kind of keep the city together, get some more roads linked up. We could actually even start building in this like valley down here if we really wanted to. If we really wanted to get crazy. But we'll leave that for another day. Alright, let's get some more roads in here. And similar to how we did this with this road going up into the mountain, I'm thinking we're going to get a road kind of going up into the mountain back there. And sort of bypassing this industrial zone, because currently the only way to get down here is to take the expressway to this industrial zone and then take the tunnel down to here. But if we have a tunnel that goes from here maybe up to there, but maybe also just somewhere in here, doing something linking up maybe underground to that expressway, I think that'll be good. So let's go with our two-way highway, because that's what we've been using for this expressway. And we want to go, I think, yeah, it goes right under here. And we would be able to just link that like so. We could just do sort of a crazy intersection like that, which might be okay to start, but it might cause a little bit of a traffic jam in there, just because they are technically highways linking up. But let's just do it to see what happens. Did that? Interesting. Interesting choice, game. So we'll try to change that. What is that? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to pull here, City Skylines? Alright, keep it underground. And then hopefully we'll be able to have it go through here. It is very steep, I know. That's as deep as we can go. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, that is a crazy road. Would it even be able to connect? I have to back it up just a little bit. Maybe go from there. Get you coming down to about here. And then coming out of the earth, emerging from the mountain. And that's actually pretty good. So we'll get that coming on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. And linking you up, we'll just do sort of a simple connection just for now. And then, can I get it? Not, I can't get it right here. All the places I want it. There we go. Alright, so we'll do that. And that'll just allow people to come straight to here if it is actually connected, which it looks like it is, and people are already coming this way. But I am a little concerned about people making lefts on there. So maybe what we'll do... Oh, not like that. Not like that. Underground. Keep it underground. Keep it underground, game. Is it just not connecting? What is happening? There we go. No, it's still trying to make a tunnel. It's weird. That's doing that. It's... It really wants to do its own thing, but I'm not going to allow it. No, that's above ground. I want it below ground. Okay, hopefully that won't create... No, it's still creating a tunnel. Still create an entrance tunnel. And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have it come out of the ground. Because apparently that's the only thing it wants to do. But also, maybe it'll look cool. So if we had it go around and then back down, we avoid crossing over. Link you up somewhere over there. So you guys are able to go right into there. We'll change that to be like so. Link you guys to there. Make it a little nicer. And then for the bit going to the other side, we'll just do that underground. If the game will let us, we'll do it underground. I think it's still trying to... It doesn't understand how deep this road is. Here, what if we start here and go backwards? Just gotta work it backwards a little bit. Turn. It is still underground, okay. On the right path. See if we can go under you. We can go over. Oh, we can go over. The game is making sure to let us know we can go over. How deep do we need to be? Like that? Is that okay? That's okay. Do that. Get you going to wherever you're gonna be allowed to connect. This mountain is really throwing me off. Really throwing me for a loop. Maybe if I lowered this bit. That'll make things a little easier. Nope, maybe not. Go a little deeper. We must go deeper. Good lord. And that's not connecting because slope is too steep. And I guess that's pretty fair. That is a pretty steep slope. I'll give it to you. Let's raise you. There we go. You back down, and the thing is, it is a tunnel, so really it doesn't matter that much if the slope is crazy steep, right? It's not like we're gonna see it. is a little strange that this is above ground, but you know, whatever. We can always change it later. Let's just make it so everything works. Those guys, yeah, you're still turning where you're not supposed to be turning. So we'll fix that with our... Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. There we go. So make it so you guys can only go to the right. You guys have to go straight. That's fine. Make it so you guys have to go right. And then this bit... Oh boy, look at those dots. Dots are all over the place. There we go. Oh, and then last but not least, you guys can only go straight through wherever that dot actually is. There it is. Perfect. So it's linked up. It's a little insane, but you can't see it, so it's okay. And people can actually use this road even though it is very, very steep. Yep, there they go. It's not too bad. It's downhill. They'll just coast down. Just a sudden drop in the tunnel. So it shouldn't cause any traffic issues there. A lot of people are indeed using this road already, which is awesome. I don't know why people are turning around here. That seems a little silly. Let's take that away. And I think we're going to put some more industry down. Because we have the demand. I am also not going to do this the way I am currently doing it. What I'm going to do is put a road going back here. Ooh, almost. Road going like so, and then we're going to delete these just to kind of not have so many intersections on the main bit, because a lot of these cars are going to be going to here as well as to here once we get it filled up, so I think that should be okay. This is a little, maybe not great. Maybe we'll change that. We'll do that. That's not bad. Hey, what's up, Dr. Obi? Welcome. How are you doing this evening with your new Twitch handle? Hopefully it's treating you well. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's a little more what we're looking for. And how much forestry room do we have? We could get a little bit more in. Maybe we won't do that much. That seems a bit of an insane amount. But let's just get some water pipes in here. Let's get a little bit in, just so we can potentially get some more residential demand back. And we'll start with the little squares, because why not? I'm also going to add add another section of this dirt road. Oh, that's not dirt roads. Where's dirt roads? Dirt roads. There they are. Get you coming across here, but then change it so only the trash people can use it. That's a little easier. So they can get through there, but no one else will use that to cut through. Looking pretty good. Oh, I should have also smoothed this out just a little bit, because as you can see, it is very, very bumpy. Which creates some wiggly roads. So we'll back it up a little bit, get a nice, strong, big brush, and just take away the huge divots. Hey, what's up, Extennion? Just get those big holes in the ground a little more smooth. That's why I've been offline before. Yeah, we did a little bit of a late start tonight. I was just super busy today, running around like crazy, and lots going on. But everything's fine. Just life, being busy. Came by yesterday to be greeted with the goodbye screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Bad timing. Alright, that's looking pretty smooth. Don't want to get rid of all the little bumps, just the major ones. Doesn't need to be perfectly flat. Our roads back in, and you'll see a lot less bumpy. We are expanding to a new tile. We just hit 40,000, almost at 41,000 now actually, and we bought this guy. Let's take a look. There it is. And just to expand our industry a little more, because we kind of ran out of room over here, and maybe get a little more residential in as well. Alright, MP, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, man. And we also got another expressway going through the mountain. And the way this links up is down here before this expressway actually hits the city. It splits off in quite a crazy fashion, but it splits off, and it's doing okay. It's got some crazy roads. One of them is above ground, which may change, but it's kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens. Twitch is strange, and it says people are streaming and online but are offline. Yeah, I've been having that a lot happen recently, where they'll like stream and then stop. But there's nothing going on. So we got our new expressway, which is helping traffic out, which is still at 85%, which is super awesome. And we'll just see if we can make this area even better. Let's also maybe put a 45-degree in there and make it so you can't turn right there, and you can go there or there. So the only people using those roads are people coming off or going onto the highway. The other people can use the little curvy bit. And actually, let's make it even a little more curvy. Something like that, maybe? Nope. Well, I guess technically that works. Just a little ugly. That's not too bad. I like that. Might make a little sharp turn for guys coming out of here, so maybe we'll even not have a junction right there. Oh, and we also, glad we didn't zone too much, because we need to keep the district style on here, so we don't have this disgusting polluting industry. Get that in, get a little more industrial. And maybe we will have that connected just so there's more ways for them to get through the areas. Break the grid up just a little bit. To try to keep that innermost road just a little less restricted by all the junctions and four-way intersections. But I like that. I think that's okay. And maybe we'll upgrade this road. Maybe we'll make it a big, medium-sized road coming through here. Because we don't have any large avenues over on this side of town. It's all just the small roads. Love the music. Is it a playlist on Spotify or something that you listen to? This is actually just a YouTube video, and it's all just covers of Michael Jackson and jazz style. And if you would like a link to it, you can do exclamation point music and get a link if you so desire. If it's something that you would like to listen to on your own in your spare time. So just get some roads coming out here. And I think for this area, we're definitely going to go all the way to the coast. But I kind of want to set up this as a little residential zone, but do it sort of in the style like we did our downtown here, where we have the grid, but then we kind of wind our main avenue through it in a more wavy pattern instead of just a straight road with more roads coming off of it. that usually where I get my music? It is. I typically just find a really long playlist on YouTube. Let's get that going all the way down to there. Oh, and maybe out here would be a good spot for the, whatchamacallit. You know, the whatchamacallit. The Central Park. That's what I'm trying to say. I think maybe the Central Park might look cool out here. I also realize these roads, they're not perfect. How could this be? It's okay. We can fix it. And even if they're not perfect, it's fine. So let's get our giant grid. Our giant ass grid. All up in here. A grid is a lot of work. Everyone says just put a grid in is the lazy thing. When you're trying to make it perfect, it's very meticulous. I'm not making a city, I'm just making a checkerboard. Big fan of chess, so I wanted to get a chessboard somewhere in the city. That's gonna continue to do something fun down there. We'll leave that as a reminder. So now we have our grid, but obviously that's not how we're gonna keep it. We're gonna make this a main avenue. And the main avenue is gonna come down into there. That's gonna be where it starts. Let's maybe end it. Maybe we'll make it a loop. Maybe we'll kind of loop through here. So we'll go down into there. We'll do a little bit of a twist into there. Down. We'll go along the coast because we are going to expand a little more, so having it this far down I don't think would be a bad thing. Kind of like that. Not as interesting as maybe over here. But it's not bad. So with that in now, we're going to delete a lot of roads. So that's going to get deleted. This is going to become a beautiful little curve. This is also the nice part where we break away from the grid. So it was just very square and blocky. But now we're going to get some nice sort of swooping curves. We kind of have a cool, interesting shape here. That's pretty nice. Curve there. And there. And then here we can do a super big curve. Which looks pretty cool. You can see already, not a grid, well, still a grid, but not so much a grid, creating some interesting things, while still kind of keeping some sort of like organized look to it. A racetrack, a little bit like a racetrack. But then we'll cut some bits out that we don't really want. I think we'll cut. I like this. I think a little. I don't know. It looks like a bow tie. We'll make this. We'll make this a tie. It'll be a little tie neighborhood. I'll cut that off. Cut that so we don't have any straight through roads. I'm trying to avoid having some straight through roads. So maybe we'll actually keep that. And maybe we'll also lower some speed limits. Just to, again, deter people from cutting through the wiggly parts. Through the squiggly wigglies. Well, that's kind of interesting if we did something like that. Maybe cut that off there. And that's not too bad. It definitely could be better. As with everything I build, could always be better. Maybe we'll cross that and take that away. So we have a few connections that go straight through, but not too many. Because wherever you have the four-way intersection on a larger road, that becomes a stoplight. So just to keep everything flowing as nice as possible, not so many four ways. Like this, we could probably get rid of one of these. Maybe that guy. Maybe that guy. I'll get rid of that guy. So we don't have two stoplights right next to each other. So we'll have one there, there, and there. That's not bad. Crump Master with the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Freelancers. Thank you very, very much for the sub. Glad you could be here. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Or I hope you're enjoying the stream. Unless you hate it so much you want to just subscribe to it. But usually that's not the case. So thank you very much, Crump Master. Alright, now we can get some curves in here, because you can see when you make the grid, the one thing that I don't like about the sharp corners is you get these awkward gaps, which you can use. You know, we could fill them up. We could put like a park in there to fill it up. Not in that park, like that. Excuse me. So we can fill spaces up like that. But if we do this, which if you're a frequent watcher of the stream, you already know my love for the tiny curves. And you get just a couple houses in there, using that space a little more effectively. Absolutely love it. They misclicked the sub. Don't underestimate myself. I'm sorry, it's just in my nature. But we will keep a couple of these straight corners because we can attach some nice looking pathways, which then also give us the slight illusion of the roads actually connecting through. So it looks like they go all the way through, but it's all an illusion. It's a trick. Paths in there. Maybe we'll get a path going down this way. But like this little spot, I think a little curve would be good. And actually, for this area, let's make this... Oh, where was it? We lost it. As a marker. But actually, let's make this one larger curve. A very curvy bit. So we got a little curve in there. We'll throw another little curve over here. Good. We'll put another pathway on this bit. Keep that a sharp corner. But this guy... and then these two. Which hopefully we'll be able to do. This might be a little bit too small of a road. We'll see. Nope, no, I think we can do it. Perfect. So we started with the grid and ended with a crazy, wiggly little neighborhood. With a loop going in. I like it. I'm happy with how that turned out. Unfortunately, we have no residential demand, but we do have all that industrial demand, so let's continue zoning that and hope that that'll give us some residential demand. We could also put some commercial out here, and I think we'll stick that more to the main roads. Maybe we'll start down here. This nice straight bit. And do we want to go with organic or anything fancy? Maybe we'll just make this just kind of the plain vanilla look. The other side is the fancy bit. These are just the normal people. We will put a district on it though. Make sure we don't take too much of that away. We'll go right up to that road. And in the Mill Park, which I think is a pretty good name, we're going to give them schools out, so hopefully they will work in the forest industry here. But we'll also give them some recycling. We'll give them smoke detectors. We don't want them to burn down. And parks and recreation, because they are going to be an outdoorsy bunch of people living in the city. And actually, with the parks and recreation, maybe this little area, we could do something really cool in terms of something. Oh, the Statue of Industry fits perfectly in there. Oh, that's almost too good to pass up. It is really close to the industry. And it fits like a glove. Still need the disaster memorial, which is kind of silly to me because I know we've experienced tsunamis at some point. That's a little too big. That's a little too small. That's way too big. Oh, we could put in the oppression office, which just sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, I got this. That's right. When I was looking on the workshop for lighthouses, I may or may not have gotten the Alexandria lighthouse. Because it popped up in the search and I said, why not? I just want to see what this looks like. Let's just place this. Oh, we can actually put it anywhere? That's cool. That is pretty cool looking. I don't know if it necessarily fits with the style of this city, but I'm glad I have it. Nope, everyone's sad now because I deleted the Great Lighthouse. It is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. And, you know, since it technically has lighthouse in the name, it popped up, so. Let's see, maybe I thought about putting this out here somewhere, but now that I kind of see how everything is, maybe we won't get it out here. It doesn't really fit too well. Maybe we'll throw it on the island over here. DLC with ancient monuments. I wish. That would be really cool. Sorry for daydreaming in the chat. No, that's actually a really great idea. You should like tweet that at Paradox or whatever. Colossal Orders. And be like, hey, you know, old-timey like cobblestone roads, ancient, unique buildings, aqueduct systems, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, so it looks like the only thing that fits out here perfectly. Ooh, almost. The only thing that fits perfectly is the Statue of Industry. I feel like we have to do it. I feel like it's too perfect. And it is pretty close to the industry, so it's not too far-fetched that it would be there. Old town styles for districts, etc. I like it. You know, just throw something up on the forums. Never know. Never know. Alright, we're getting a little bit of commercial, little tiny sliver of residential demand, which is good to see. Get that going down that way. Yeah, not sure what this is going to do over here, but we could definitely do something cool. Get that coming like out to there, and then a big curve going out to there. Something like that. Maybe not that curve, but I do like this curve. I think that looks pretty cool. Coming out to the peninsula here. We have to throw another lighthouse or something on there. I feel like we could definitely throw a dock or maybe a marina or something cool. And these guys are still building. They're still filling up the space. They're still not having any worker issues just yet, which I'm keeping my eye on. I'm still... I don't trust you. You're gonna have issues somewhere. I know it. It's gonna happen all at once. But we'll keep going with the industry. It's what the people want. We are here to give the people what they want. We've got our cool statue. Let's get some parks in. And could we actually fit some of these large parks in? Ah, not quite. It is so snug in there. We could fit one there. That's kind of a weird spot for it. We could fit some of these in. Some parks in the space. Let's do that. Let's put one there and one there. A little bit symmetric. And with that, and actually let's move it over just one. If we can. There we go. So we have a little bit of a gap there with the pathway not touching the road. And we can actually add another bit of dirt path over here, so that way it looks like, well, it doesn't look like, it actually does connect on both sides. Keeping that symmetry going. We'll add a few trees in here as well, just to make it seem like it's all part of the park still. Add a couple more on this side. Over here. Where's the big trees at? There they are. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe squeeze a tree or two in there. Oh yeah. Perfect. So a couple parks. Couple more walkways connecting the streets up. And in terms of zoning, the kind of zoning we're going to do, I think we're going to do a little bit of a mix. I think we're going to kind of do a little bit like we did here, have a little bit of high density on the inner bits, but then the outer bits closer to the coast can be more of a low dense area of housing. So we'll do housing in here, I'll go along this road just to start. We'll take away that little bit, and I also want another path, which I think will look cool. We'll make this a paved path. Have you coming in there. And maybe throw a little curve on it as well, so it's not so perfectly straight. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Kind of fits in with all the curves we got going on. Gets people moving around without having to get in their cars. Just helping everyone out. I dig it. So theoretically, you could walk all the way from over here, straight through here, down into here, and then down to the commercial area. Maybe we'll even throw one there, just because they can't cross the street there, but whatever. And I am going to do offices here on this side. That way we have a little bit of a buffer between the commercial on this side of the road and any of the residential over here so they don't get too noisy or too rambunctious to get the citizens sick. Which is kind of weird that if something's too noisy, people get sick. Interesting choice, but I guess they didn't have like a we're angry. I mean, there is a happiness meter. They could be unhappy. So I don't know. It's weird that they get sick. It's just me rambling though. Put that going down to there. Get water for everyone. I think they have power. Yep, they are good. Everything's building now, which is lovely. I am maybe slightly concerned that if we do kind of line this with offices, we may not have enough office workers because we do have that schools out policy. But if that is the case, we can address it accordingly. But for now, I think they should be just fine. Keep going with the offices in that space. I'm able to do a corner office there. Another bit of apartment. And just keep those filling up the main road on the inside. Hey, what's up, the War Fox? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I like that. A little bit more residential. We could maybe squeak a little bit in there, but actually let's do a path. Let's do a path going in there. I think that looks a little better. Yeah, I'll throw just a couple more trees to make that park look like it extends even further. I'm doing all right. Very busy day, so it was kind of a hectic day, kind of all over the place today. But we're settling in for the night. Just relaxing and enjoying some cities, doing some building. What kind of industrial buildings do I have? Our majority of industrial buildings are forest industry, which is this area here. And then on top of the mountain, we have lots of ore industry, because we have a pretty large ore deposit up here, which seems to be doing okay. Don't think they're running out quite yet, but maybe they are. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then I think we have a very, very small bit of just regular industry over here. So a little bit of a variety between the regular trees and ore, but it's going pretty well. No complaints so far. We've been kind of adapting as we go, depending on what the city's kind of feeling, how they're wanting their industry. Get them a little bit more commercial as well. Oh, actually, we don't need that anymore. That's cool. Just make that straight over. Look at that. Looks good. And you can see that residential ever so slightly starting to grow with all the industries and offices and jobs that we're creating within the city. Also, I'm sure putting in some lovely parks helps them out. Some cool places to hang out, have some fun. They might also want services. We do have a giant fire station there, but let's put firehouse. Let's put a small police station and cover all our bases with a medical clinic, all on that corner where the large roads meet together. New jobs equals new demand for residential, exactly. Just trying to create some more reasons for people to move into the city. Just about to ask about the firehouses. Yeah, we have, you know, we don't want this place to catch on fire, so we have a pretty large fire station there. But it's always never a bad idea to have extra fire coverage. Who needs firefighters when it rains? I don't think it rains much in the city. I think I actually might have turned the weather off. So it probably never rains. Let's see. I feel like that should connect. That's close enough. It's kind of on that tile. Come on, game. Throw me a bone. Throw me a bone, game. Let's see, what if I put a earthquake sensor? Oop. Yes. Earthquake sensor, the savior of having to use power lines everywhere. And I think it doesn't stand out too much. I feel like it kind of looks like a little, maybe a power generator or something by the side of the road. Thinking about going green with wind turbines and such. The power that we have in the city doesn't actually pollute too much because we have a little bit of solar out here. Most of our power is actually coming from nuclear plants. So those don't pollute at all. Maybe not the safest of power, but you know, whatever. To each their own. And then over on this side of the city, we actually have some geothermal power going. So in terms of our power stations, not really polluting. Doing our part to keep the city green. The ore industry is kind of... I usually try to stay to like farms and forest. But we just had so much ore deposit up here in the mountain. I feel like it would have been a waste to not do it, and that kind of hurts me because that's a lot of ground pollution there. But once we get the Eden project, we'll clean that up a little bit, and maybe they won't even want the industry at that point. Also, I just noticed we have this island, and that intrigues me. I do love building on an island. But let's stick with the Mill Park area for now and slowly keep zoning all of the good spots up here. I'm actually tempted, since we have these service buildings here, if we had this road be a 45-degree angle, rather than the curve. So again, just breaking away from the grid a little more with a separate angle. And then we could throw another park in. Could we get the large park? Oh, it's so close. It's so close yet so far. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. That would be awesome. How about in terms of like unique buildings? Do we have like a really big park? The lungs of the city? Oh, again, so close. Or maybe we'll just do custom, because we do have a couple actual parks for the happiness. But I feel like this could just be like a big walkway in here. Going in there, around there. maybe we'll even... Oh, not delete. Just scoot you guys down one. Get a path going between them. Throw some curvature into it. Oop. Oh, that's not gonna work. It's almost there. Got the right idea. You going to there. You going up to there. There we go. Now we can make a nice sort of curve going. Snug that up. So we make it look like it's all paved together. There we go. They mind being moved a little closer. Oh, and those fire trucks are having a little trouble getting out of the station. I wonder if we should actually put it right on the junction. If that would be better for them getting out. But either way. Alright, that looks fine in there. Maybe even if we could just come down into here. We'll do a little circular plaza bit in the middle. Connecting like that. Looks kind of cool. Up to there-ish, as close as we can get. And then we'll make it kind of curve. You think they'll do a circle if I put them right on the junction? A circle, really? Like they would come in and like loop around. I think they're fine. They're okay. Hopefully, you know, they won't be needed too much. But this is looking pretty cool. I'm liking this. Interesting little park shape here. And we'll make it look extra fancy with a bunch of trees and whatnot. Make it look like it's well taken care of. Not just a random plot of, you know, open field. So let's do... Should we do the bigger trees? Should we do the green trees? Or should we do some really tall... Oh, yes. Throw you in the center. You're gonna be the center tree. The tree of life in the center. And we'll throw some smaller ones on the sides. Well, maybe a couple bigger ones. Bigger-ish ones. And that's kind of cool. Reminds you of Boston Central Park. I had no idea Boston had a Central Park, but that is definitely going to be something I'm going to Google Earth at work tomorrow. Because I'm actually really curious as to what that looks like. All right, so we got a couple really big redwood trees. Now let's get some of these bright green trees to kind of contrast that really dark color of the redwoods. Just get a couple of these going down. This might be too much. You might want to back it off a little bit, but I think that actually kind of looks pretty cool. Follow that around. Couple going down the center. And then we'll do some smaller trees going on the outside. Pretty cool. Just a couple more of these little guys, which are, I think, just the perfect size to where it's like there's something there, but it's not too much. Oh, the Boston Common. Okay, that I have heard of. I was gonna say, is Boston trying to one-up New York with their own Central Park? What is this nonsense? Alright, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I think it looks cool. The only thing I think it might be missing is some rocks. And actually, hold on. Before we do that, before we get to the good stuff, what if we turn off all our snapping, and in these sort of middle bits here, what if we had just some wiggly dirt paths in here? Kind of went through the area, but they're the dirt paths, so they look a little different. And they don't stand out as much. Get another one coming down around here. Getting up to there. I think that looks pretty cool. Cool little wiggle bits. And then we'll come in with our shrubs. And let's see, does this look as good with the darker dirt path as it did when we did this with the light dirt path? I feel like it doesn't stand out too much just because the grass is so green. Like the shrubs kind of just get lost in the bright green of the grass. So what if we actually did our rocks, or a nice bunch of boulders? Because you know we were going to get boulders eventually. Oh, look at that rock. It's a big guy. A lot of big rocks. Give me all the big ones. There we go. Little tiny guy. Fill in that tiny little gap. let's see. Let's just take a look. See how that looks. Oh, I think I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I do love me some pretty little rocks. Put the little guy right next to the big guy. They're snuggling up together. We got lost. That's okay. We've got more. Are we listening to MJ Jazz? Yes, we are. I'm bringing it back. I don't know why. I keep going back to it. Not all the time, but every now and then it's like, you know what is really chill? The Michael Jackson jazz covers. I feel like you can't go wrong with it. But we can't do it all the time, because if we did it all the time then it wouldn't be special. But it's been a long day, so I wanted as much chill as possible. Little guys in there, getting cozy. There we go, got some bigger guys for this side. Throw all these in. I think this is turning out pretty cool looking. And I don't remember. I know we did like the Zen garden in the city where we kind of did something like this. But we usually go with the bushes. But I'm liking this, especially with like the darker gravel path and like the nice gray rocks. Contrast the vibrant greens of the trees and the grass in there. Oh, I love that. That is awesome. Let's take a look at it with our special eyes. Little path going through there. I don't think anyone's actually walking through there, but you know what? It looks cool. Maybe once we get some housing. Oh, we do have housing in there. Why is nobody walking through there? I feel like we should be able to see at least one person. No? No one wants to use it? I guess there's really nothing over here for them to walk to. Maybe we'll put some commercial buildings on this side or something. Oh, there we go. We have one person. Couple people. There it is. You're making me happy now. Going around, looking really cool. Yeah, if only we had like little benches to make it even better, but I really like that. And we do have some more of that residential demand once again, which is perfect. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. A little bit more in there. We'll continue doing a little bit of offices in that space and in this space. We don't want to zone too much. But they are building, so that's good. And the offices, I think, are still building. Yep, they're still going. And we do still have a little bit of room for industrial, if we still need it. How's the traffic doing? 83%. Where is it getting busy? Still a little busy in here. And are they still not using our tunnel? They're still not using our expressway tunnel. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Is this the same map as the other day? It is. Alright, we need to figure... Oh, there we go. Okay, a couple people are using them. Maybe we're going to put our Old Town policy back on this road. Nope. It's getting messy. But we'll put our Old Town policy back in. That way, people can't be cutting through here unless they're going to here. Because we want them to be using this tunnel. Still getting used to building, so I'm still using infinite money until I know I'm ready. Yeah, the infinite money, I mean, there's people who play this game all the time with infinite money, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you enjoy, you like having all the cash you need right away. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different way to play. I like the slow progression. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. So we do need some crematoriums. It's the layout that you get stuck on. Yeah, well, especially, even for me, when I'm starting a new city, like when we started this city, I actually, I had to restart in like the first 2 minutes because I made a misstep with my power, where we had our power plant over here and residential over here, and we had negative money and we had nothing connecting them. So even someone like me who's played this game for like 500 hours, starting a city is always a little bit of a challenge, and just trying to figure out what exactly you want to do with the city. Like when you first load in the map, I always just try to get like a general view idea of what I want. I knew I definitely wanted to get these peninsulas filled up, and we quickly accomplished that just because of the lack of flat land on this map. Got a little bit on the top of the hill, but I really had no idea at the very beginning that we were gonna end up doing all this over here. So it's getting a little crazy, but it's getting cool. Just connect both highway roads to a roundabout. Hey, that's, you know, in the beginning when the traffic's not too heavy. Always a good starting point. All right, where did all the industrial traffic go? They refuse to use this tunnel, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. It is a really pretty map. When I saw it in the workshop, just with the mountains and everything, I knew I had to get it because it was so cool looking. But really, why is no one using this road? There's like 5 trucks using it. I mean, I guess if they don't want to use it, that's fine. I'm not gonna be too mad as long as my traffic's okay. This is getting a little busy back here. Oh, also that's a little ugly. Has that been like that the entire time? Did I just not realize that? Because that's my bad. Oh, that's not much better. That's not much better. Where does it need to be? Where does it need to be a nice road? That road's fine. Is it just because it's connecting to a four lane? Curve that. I like the straight bit. P and coruscating or coruscating. Apologies for mispronouncing your name. Thank you very much for those follows. There we go. Now look at that. That's better. That's much better. Just a tiny little nudge. We'll take it. Good. Do they stop here? Is there stoplights? There is. We don't need a stoplight there because we should still have our lanes that we don't have. Never mind. Oh, it's because we upgraded it. That's why. Because we upgraded the road, so took away all of our hard work with our lane adjustments. That one's still good. That's fine now. That's good. It's got a little bit of a bow to it, but I like it. And we have some more of that residential. And over here on this side, let's go with the low density. We want this to be more of like a smaller neighborhood. Big block of apartment complexes. So let's start in there. Maybe we won't do that road. Maybe we will. We'll start without it. And hopefully they're going to build. We have lost a little bit of population. Are people dying? I fear people might be dying. More than the usual amount, that is. Let's give it a look. See how the people are doing. No death symbols that I can see. which is good. I don't want to see death symbols. I think we just need to get some more zoning in. Just had a little bit too long of a break. Because we need to get to... What do we need for our next... Oh, was that our last milestone? Hold on. 1, 2, 3... Oh, yeah. Wow, okay. I didn't even realize that was our last milestone for the city. Wait, but we're at 40,000 population. I am very confused. Can the milestones be different depending on the map? Huh. Interesting. Well, that really helps us out because... because I think normally the last milestone's like 90,000 population, which we're not even halfway to getting. Well, that's cool. Alright, so next time, when we load up the city, we'll get the 81 tiles mod, and then we can buy all the tiles we want, and we won't be constrained to the 9 that the game allows us to have, but that's awesome. Here I thought we were making really slow progress. Unbeknownst to me, we were done. Didn't know you could edit the milestones. I had no idea that the milestones could be different either, so... I am also quite bamboozled. But, hey, I'll take it. I'm happy with it. No complaints from me. Let's do a little bit of adjusting here. So we have stop signs on the T intersections. The through four-way intersections can be stoplights, but just so we don't have stoplights everywhere. Make it a little more streamlined, like there. And we've learned something new today. That we have. I guess in the map editor, the map creator, you can adjust it. But it's weird. I wonder if any of the standard maps are like that. Like if they differ. Because I never noticed. I thought it was always like the exact same amount, but I have been proven otherwise. Alright, so over here we did our commercial across the street from offices, where we then put our residential. When we get to here, we kind of boxed ourselves into a corner where I think we might need offices on both sides. Or at least maybe just in this section, because we can maybe get away with commercial over here. But if we are doing residential right back here, might be a little too close. This would definitely be a little too close. That also might be a little too close, but we'll monitor the situation, see how they do. So we'll do a little more commercial here, and we will stick with the high density for the main road. Zone our cool little curve in there. Let's do maybe a small bit of path going behind the commercial zones here. good. I like that. A little bit of a wiggle to it. Without being too invasive. So the whole neighborhood's building up. And I'm really liking how this area's turned out. I really like the curve going through it. The traffic's doing okay. 84% still. Oh, and these guys finally are starting to have some worker issues. But it's not too bad. I think maybe if we just keep zoning residential, we should be okay with the schools out policy. And this is a lot of zoning for one go. So I may regret this in the future with a death wave, but the city's demanding it, so we gotta do it. Can't say no to the city. They know what they want. What if we also... What if we turn this into a curve? A little curvy road just going out to the peninsula there. I dig that. Oh, calm down. Calm down, road. There we go. I like that. Just get a few more houses out of there. Get that cool sort of loop look around. We could even do another bit over here to put some houses on, which might be overkill. Let's just check it out. Let's just see if we like it, because then it kind of gives the illusion of there being like a circular road going around the whole thing. Maybe, maybe not. I do kind of like it, but I feel like it's a bit much. Maybe if it didn't actually connect to that road, maybe if we had like an auxiliary road in here that went right by that road. Down to there, and then that curve down to there. And maybe that's a little better, and then we could zone houses along the waterfront. I do think I like that better. It creates a few less crazy intersections, and by a few I mean one. So we don't have the crazy intersection here. It's just the one there. And we could put an intersection there if we wanted them to be able to get through. If we wanted, say, something like that. That's just a very close set of intersections. But we could also do this cool thing where we lower the road. So we kind of create a little bit of separation between the higher road and the lower road. So that way it's kind of okay that they're so close but not touching. It's because they're on such different levels. So it would make sense. It'd be like, oh yeah, why would they connect if it would be such a steep little incline? That wouldn't make sense. They would just be separate. And then that can be a little higher up there. That's fine. Yeah, I think I like that. We could maybe do a connection over here. Oh, no. Not that. Immediate regret. Could do like something like that. So they do have another way to get in. Which I'm actually okay with that. It's definitely better than doing just a small intersection there, because there's at least a little bit of space, and it kind of goes with the nice curve. You kind of get some bumpy roads in there. Yeah, I dig it. Let's do it. Why not, right? I am going to terraform just a smidge along here, so we can get some proper zoning going on this bit of road. Do a little bit over here as well. But now, should be able to get, yeah, nice full zoned houses for the most part. All in there. We'll do a house there. And we'll do it along this curve. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So hopefully those guys will build. Hopefully they all have water. I think they do. Let's just double check. Let's make sure that those guys are going to be covered. And how is the traffic doing? A little bit of a stop there. But that is because that is a red light. Or that's a stoplight. And they're stopping at the red light. We could do a bit of a slip ramp here for anyone going to the right, if this wanted to connect at all. There we go. We have ways of making it work. So that way, this intersection, you guys, you just go straight through. You do your thing. You can't go anywhere else. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna go into there. And I guess theoretically, you should be able to go straight through. And then here, you can't make a right turn, so you can only go straight in, but you're gonna have to go to the right in here. So that'll get people that are going right on that road just flowing through as fast as they possibly can. Make sure there's no light there. Also make sure the junction isn't really treated like a junction, because it's just for the people going to the right. And And let's also crank the speed limit on it down just a bit, because I think 80 is a little crazy. Make it 60. Very cool. Look at all the people walking. People walking to work, I guess. That's cool to see. Oh, maybe we should do some paths going between these roads. And I don't know why I'm putting 2, but I think it looks kind of cool. We'll do 2, and then we'll come in with some of our larger trees. Gonna make it look like it's a nice bit of the area. Maybe do a random assortment of trees, not so perfect. There we go, I like that. And there are a lot of people going straight, which is interesting, but okay. I'm not concerned about it. It is kind of unfortunate that the way this is connected is 3 junctions fairly close to each other, so the traffic kind of gets backed up in these spaces a little bit, but not too much. So I think it's okay, especially for the amount of traffic that we have right now. I'm also going to lower the speed limits on these inner roads to be 30 to try to discourage people from cutting through. And then this one as well. I think that was all of them, and then you. Cool. So that way, hopefully, we won't see too many people cutting through here, and they'll be sticking to the main avenue, which is what we want to see. And our demand for residential is through the roof once again. Keep that going. And these people might not like living there because of the commercial, but we'll see. We'll see how they handle it. And then same with these guys. You guys might not like living there, but too bad. That's where you're going. You don't have to move in. It's your option. It's your choice. You're the ones signing the lease. I guess we can put some smaller apartments in here. That's fine. And let's also put another one of our curvy paths coming in here. Like so. So we can get it coming all the way down to this guy. Make it look a little nicer. A little more lined up. Curbs in. Throw, thank you very much for the follow. interfere too much with the surrounding buildings. Looks kind of cool. Connects it up a little bit more conveniently for those that want to walk around. Love the City Skylines streams. They're nice and calming during stressful times. Oh, well, thank you very much, Bucket. I'm glad that I can provide a little bit of calming stress relief. Just trying to make a very relaxing vibe. Okay, a couple people, not enough workers. And yeah, it's just, we just don't have enough people. We need more people. Where's all the people at? They're in a bigger city. Our city's not big enough. Oh my goodness. Really, game? Put all that hard work into that lovely little curve and then all gone because I wanted to build more. The game would not allow it. So you reach your limit. No more paths. Alright, City Skylines, no more paths. We do have people walking on these paths, which is awesome. I love seeing people use the paths. It's like I did something right. It's like I put a path where they actually want to walk to and from. Mission accomplished. We did it. We also have over $1 million. We're making that cash money now, which is excellent to see. And yet still a couple issues, but we still have residential demand, so I'm not too worried. We're getting that zone filled. We're gonna make this some offices. To keep the noisy cars separated from the residential guys in there. Put a few more residential in there. What keeps me motivated as a small streamer? It's just fun. It's just a fun thing to do. I like playing games, hanging out with you guys in the chat. Always have some fun times. Great way to end the day. Just kind of chill out, play some fun games, hang out with some cool people. That's really what it comes down to. It's just having fun. Because in life is too short. This is the real talk part of the podcast. Real talk part of the stream. Life's too short. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy the little things. And that's just what we're trying to do. Just trying to have some fun. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Just Pexy, thank you very much for the follow. Maybe we'll get another pathway in here. Just trying to eat all the paths. All the paths we can. Oop, not like that. Not like that. Game, please. Almost. I know you're trying to help, but too much. Too much, game. Goes into there. That looks pretty good. In case they want to walk to the statue. We should really put something out here other than just an industry statue of a giant man holding a hammer. Not that there's anything wrong with the man in the hard hat holding Mjolnir there, but I feel like it needs something else. It needs something around it. Also, maybe we'll change these to maybe some grass roads to make it look a little nicer. I have to fix the vanilla pathway connections. Yeah, the connections... The one thing that bugs me so bad about the pathways is if you connect it on a road, particularly at a junction. It might just be at a junction. But if you put it like right in the center, it has this little like flare where it goes out, and it's like, that's cool. I like that. I like the little flare. Can I get it on the other side as well? And then you shift it over and it's like, oh, okay, so now it's over here. But you can never have both at the same time. It's like, why can't it just... When I put it right in the middle, I just want both to just nicely curve out. That's the one thing, if they changed, I would be so grateful for. Because that bugs me every single time. Probably more than it actually should, but it does, it irks me. OCD nightmare, exactly. Okay, we could do that. We could do something like that. But I don't know. It's a little boring to just have it like that. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Let's see, we have a statue. What would go around the statue? Let's try to think of this logically. Commercial? Maybe? Just more parks? Just a giant plaza with more parks around it? Like, what if we did... What if we went crazy with it? And we did something like that? Because we should be able to with that. Just put all the plazas. Oh, and actually we can't put it there. Interesting. Interesting that we can't put it right there. Seems kind of silly. Yeah, we can't put it there. You're a liar, game. I could put it there. There we go. Hey, what's up, Chris Brandrick? Welcome. Alright, you guys let me know if this is too many plazas. The answer is yes. It is too many plazas. That's the short answer. I mean, it's a little much. They do match pretty nicely, though. Like, that matches to this with the way, I guess, what is that, tile? Stone? The stonework matches up with this guy. It's also interesting that the plazas all have different colored picnic tables. Got some green ones, got some red ones, some white ones. Alright, I don't like this connection there. I don't like that, so we'll stick with that. And I also think it might just help when we get this tile, because then we can kind of figure out exactly how this is gonna continue on, because I feel like having this being a giant box is kind of just blah. Have 3 lined up with the statue. Can we do that? Oh, we actually can. Look at that. But would we be able to? Oh, look at that. Alright, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. That's not too bad. Don't even need the other roads. I'm kind of okay with that. Then we can get some more paths going around, make it look like it all connects up. Because I think it is a little wider than it is deep, which wouldn't make sense because it's a square. So it's not. It's exactly the same. So maybe we'll just do 2 here. For symmetry reasons. But you... How did I do this? This doesn't make sense. Why does that not line up? That should line up. Oh, because technically this is off-center by 1. I see. Alright, back to 3. Around the corners with the path and fill the space in with the trees. We can do that. All the trees, maybe some rocks. You got me with the rocks. You convinced me there. Alright, I don't like this. Yeah, this is another thing where the connection gets a little wonky for the pathways. That looks good. This side also looks pretty good. Let's redo that. Move that just a smidge closer. So all the brickwork lines up. Get you going to there. Is that a path coming out of the back of the blue businesses? Yes it is. We had a path there before, and I think we'll keep a path there now. Just do it like that instead. Still looks pretty good. Let's see, we'll do something like that. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little rounder. There we go. Throw in some more of, I guess, these trees, because these are the same types as the park. And of course, I don't think we've placed any of these today. Get some lovely boulders in there. Gotta get the boulders. Can't say no. Extra little guys, cause why not? We'll put maybe a couple more trees. Can I get one in the middle there? Can I get a big one in the middle there? I want this one in the middle there. I'm gonna move this tree. Relocated. Oh, no. Never mind. I'm sorry, tree. You got space, you can do it, I believe. Alright. Never mind, that tree says no. There we go. Hey, what's up, Amy? You're welcome. Big boulder. Let's do 2 over here. Oh, if we can fit 2. Can we fit 2? Chat goes crazy with the paths and the parks. Hey, it's exciting stuff. See, it's just a real-world example of why when you place a park in City Skylines, everyone gets really happy. Because it just makes people happy. It's just how it is. I want like the smallest rock. There it is. That's the one. That is the itty bitty baby. The itty bitty baby rock I wanted. There we go. Green cities are happy cities. Very true. Very true. Alright, don't want to get rid of that rock. Alright, that looked good. The Elder Rocks. Alright, I like it. Definitely a lot of plazas. But it's pretty cool. What we're gonna do around that, I have no idea. But we have time to think about it before we get the next tile. We do have a pretty good demand for everything, which is exciting. We can maybe build a little bit out here. Maybe just a little bit. Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm getting ideas. I'm getting ideas. So we have this cool hill up here. What if we flatten that out into a plateau, a la our little sort of area up here? Oh, actually, we still need to zone this. Never mind. Hold on. Before we get over there, before we get ahead of ourselves, like we always do, let's get some high density along this road. And I guess we can do that road as well. And maybe that'll be it for that little space. But that way we get a couple more buildings up there atop the cliff. Look at them. Synchronized building. Looking pretty cool. And I like that. I like the mix of the zoning of right on the cliffs. You have those smaller houses. But then a little further back on opposite side of the street, you get the bigger, taller apartment buildings. Because they can still see over the edge at the top of the building. Alright, don't need these anymore. I don't think... No, I guess we do technically still need that, just not those bits. I don't need you. A little bit of cleanup here. We do still need that. And you are having issues. Not enough educated workers, and I think your issues are just because you are such a tiny little building that no one wants to work in. So let's get rid of those guys. We'll replace it with a rock. Replace those buildings with a rock. And then replace the trees as well. go. That looks pretty good. Looks better than an abandoned building, that's for sure. Alright, how's the traffic doing? 83%, not too bad. This is getting a little busy, and it's making me think we might want to explore our options to create some sort of on-off ramp system thing. Or just put a roundabout, which is always the easiest solution. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's hit pause for a quick second. I'm actually just going to... Actually, we'll keep those. But in order to not destroy our hard work with the junctions there, I'm just going to split them like that. And would this be too small of a roundabout if I did it like this? It's a pretty tiny roundabout. Is it too small? Again, the answer is yes. Actually, that's not too bad. That's a pretty average size roundabout, I would say. Oh my goodness. Road, please, calm down. Calm down, everything's gonna be okay, Road. We're gonna get through this. Good lord. Okay, that looks fairly round to me. Maybe it could be a little better, but I'm okay with it. And then we'll connect. We'll actually make this a single lane road if we can. Perfect. And then connect some single lanes going off to there and then coming onto there. So let's give this a try. See how it does. Curve that like so. That looks alright, I think. Kinda does some funky things to this road, but that's actually not too bad if we do that. And just make it so you guys can't U-turn there. Yep, okay. So let's try that. It's a little wonky. But we'll see how that does. Also, let me just make sure this junction is like that, so you guys don't have to worry about stopping or yielding or whatever. Just drive recklessly. You'll be fine. Believe in yourself. Looks and works better. Yeah, it's definitely less stopping and more people just able to get where they want to go, which is always nice. Maybe make that a little nicer. And this is the only thing that really bugs me. You talked about the pathway connections. When you have two roads, two lane roads connect to a 4-lane road, you get this weird, like a notch. I wish that could just connect perfectly straight to here. If only. Because you can do that, but you can only do... I guess that kind of works. That's not too bad. Oh. Almost had something nice looking for a second. Ooh. Okay, that looks a little better. Still a little weird up here. I guess that's okay. Yeah, I like that. And I think it also, once we get this back the way it should be, just kind of has a nice flow to it now. Pavements have some issues in general. I like it. Might have to adjust a little bit of speed limits because these are 40 while this road is 50. So let's make that 50 so they don't dip below the speed limit and then ramp back up. Intersection looks like a construction diversion. I'm not entirely sure what a construction diversion looks like, but if it looks like that, then I have a general idea. And oh man, look at the traffic. A lot of traffic coming in. I think we need to allow you guys to move into the space. That's a stop sign, which isn't the best for people that are trying to make a left out of there. Ooh, maybe what we'll do here, which might be, this might be a really bad idea. But if we delete you, turn this into a tiny bridge that goes across here, and then have that come down and connect up to there. So that way, if any trucks or something are trying to get across the main avenue, they can do so easily while still actually technically getting to the main avenue. But they don't have to deal with incoming traffic and making left-hand turns. I like it. Let's maybe put a little bit of a curve in this. And maybe not the prettiest. Maybe actually we'll make it a tunnel. I think a tunnel might look better. I do like how bridges look sometimes, but sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I think tunnels are the future. We're gonna become mole people. All live underground. Yeah, I think that looks nicer. That looks pretty cool. Hey, oh man, that traffic. That traffic though. And I'm curious how our highway system, because we have the one highway that essentially comes from all the way back there, through the mountain, down through here, and then sort of continues on and then goes back that way. We've brought a little bit of an expressway through here down to here, but we might need to think about some sort of better highway system. Just for getting people here a little more efficiently, because yeah, it's getting a little backed up. Yeah, the one lane is looking like it's being an issue, so let's change it to the 2 lane. Let's change it back if we can, if the game will let it. And that's fine. And then that way, we can force the innermost lane to have to turn right. Which I think is going to help at least a little bit. They're getting in there, they're getting around. I think they're doing just fine. Oh, we got police over here? I think we do. Yeah, they're coming. I'm sure they're on their way. Hopefully. I'll be with you shortly. Alright. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, we changed the roundabout, which is one of the things that really baffles me about, where is it, our main highway entrance and exit, is that this is all just 1 lane roads, and it works so beautifully. I don't understand it. I don't understand how this works so amazing. It is like a feat of engineering genius that I cannot comprehend. Is it maybe because, I don't know, because they all intersect at the same point? Is that what kind of solves the merging issues? I don't know. I love the triangle interchange. What's the triangle interchange? The one I made? Can't be the one I made, because I don't make pretty looking things. It's looking good. I'm liking it. It's doing its job. It's getting people in. Yeah, they are still stalling just a little bit. It also doesn't help that it's such a right angle where they kind of have to stop and then turn. But they're doing okay. They're coming in. They're doing their thing. They got a little slip ramp if they want to go to the right. And we're almost back up to 40,000 people. On the bright side, our industrial, although very busy, is not having any worker issues anymore, so that's good. And I am just going to put just the slightest bit more to fill in the entire space. But yeah, it is getting busy. is getting very busy. This is also getting very busy. Why is this so busy? Are these stopped or are they just parked? No, they're stopped. Is it the trams? Are the trams causing the issues? Damn you, trams. Damn trams. I think maybe potentially having this be a four-way here is kind of bad news. Let's delete that. Let's delete that and then do this sort of deal. Go a little bit back in there. That way we don't have a junction as soon as they enter. Other than the, you know, normal junction. Or intersection, rather. So that way we don't have cars coming out of that street. We could have made it a one-way, but we'd still have people crossing the street to go in it. So I think that'll help a little bit. Maybe also just connecting this up straight and not having the two one-ways would kind of help a bit. Let's change that. Because what we can do is do that. Change this so we have a straight road and a left turn road, but then throw in a little bit of a slip lane. Ooh, that's pretty tight in there. Back that up a little bit. There we go. That looks a little better. And that will just be used strictly for traffic going to the right. So you're gonna go straight, you're gonna go left. No rights, because if you wanted to make a right, you would have used the slip ramp. And then also make it so you guys can't make any crazy turns in there. And that is now incredibly steep. It's probably been steep the entire time, but a little more noticeable now. There we go. Alright, so let's give that a shot. Everyone's got to find where the road is again. We'll take that off. Right, so you guys keep going through. This hopefully is a stop sign. Nope, that should be a stop sign there. And that should be a stop sign. Should be okay. Oh man. Oh, and I don't think there's a light here. That should be a light. That should definitely be a light. When was the last time I did a tropical map? Let's see, tropical map. I think the city of Zen I built, which was 3 cities ago. I think that was technically a tropical map. We had some palm trees. I think that is a good indicator that it was tropical. And then after that we did a snow map. And the last one was just kind of like a... Actually, the last one was a European map. And then this one is kind of like a just normal map, I guess. So we've kind of been all over the place. So different map types. But that does seem to be doing much better with that larger avenue coming straight down with the slip ramp. Still 83% traffic overall, so temperate. There you go. You always got my back, Extension. Alright, what do we want to do over here? Oh yeah, that's right. I had my cool idea for potential cool idea. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It could be an awful idea. But let's grab about the medium height up here and sort of smooth everything to roughly that height. Get it a little more uniform. Get rid of the big divots and holes and hills and all that good stuff. How big do I make a city before moving on? It depends. The one city, my largest city, we got up to about 450,000 population, and that was maybe my most favorite city that I have built. But it's usually, it varies depending just how much stuff we have to do. If I feel like we have more room to expand, or if we're kind of running out of ideas of things to do. I think our last city topped out around like 100,000 or near that somewhere. So somewhere between 100 and 400,000. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm still amazed that we got that city to be that big. And actually, towards the end of it, the only demand we were getting was like office demand. That's all the city wanted, was just more offices. So we actually had to get a super demand mod. So just so we could start, zoning things other than offices. But that was like maybe around 300,000 population, so it was a little more modded than we usually do, but still fun, still cool. Alright, let's get this road curving down here. Oh, and I think that's awesome. Messes the terrain up just a tiny bit, but I am not too concerned. Let's see if we can get this to line up nicely. Just gonna go out to there. Curve its way into there. That looks pretty good. Minus this bump here. I think that looks pretty good. Just going right over that bump. There we go. And will you allow me to connect you? I can do that. There we go. That's what we want. That looks pretty good. I don't think it needs to be perfectly straight, although we could try to make it perfectly straight. And we got this cool little lake back here. That's nice. I like that. And someone, last time we were playing, was asking about if you could, like, make tunnels out of the terrain and, like, caves and stuff. And if you totally could, I would love one right here. That kind of... Because we could do a bridge, we could get rid of the earth and do a bridge. But if we could just have, like a little hole burrowed right through there, I think that would be awesome looking. Maybe in the next patch we'll add that. Let's get that curving right along the base of the mountain there. Just following the terrain, using it as our guide for what we're building. Can you put a road over a canal? You can. You can totally do it. It is a little finicky because it does have to raise up ever so slightly. We have a pretty good example right here. So it does have you do have to elevate it and then kind of bridge the gap just the right distance. But it's not impossible. It's something you can do. Even without mods, it is possible. But yeah, if you're trying to just like build straight across, sometimes it won't. It'll be like, nah, you can't do it just like that. Oh, well actually, we did find a spot. We found one spot where it actually would let us do it. So there you go, game making me a liar. Yet again, City Skylines. Alright, what are we doing up here? I definitely want this to be more curve. More curve than straight. What song is this? Let's check. Let's see, this song is... I have no idea. Let's see, 35 minutes for, I think it's called Will You Be There? I believe that's the name of it. Obviously by Michael Jackson, because all of the lovely music tonight is just Michael Jackson covers. Let's see, what if we did... This might not work out nice, but let's give it a shot. Let's go to there, and there. Oh yes. Oh, perfection. Almost a little bit of like a palm tree look up here. Speaking of tropical. I feel like I'm gonna end up making this into a pattern. It looks like a shark or a boat or something. Let's see, do we like that? Do we like that for our little hilltop town? Maybe, maybe not. I think before we start getting all the intricate roads in there, I want another way up to here. Just because if anyone is going up there, if we do like want to put a little commercial zone or something up there, or a little bit of commercial zoning, they'd have to come down here, all the way down here, and up to the hilltop. Which is fine if they want to do that, but also just giving them another access point up to here I think would be smart. And actually, oh, this might be a cool idea. What if we carved out behind this road up to here? Does that make a nice smooth? Oh, I like that. I do like that. I like that idea. So that's gonna be a curvy road going down behind here. Sneaking back into the mountain. And then linking it up like so. Maybe we'll change how that connects, but I just like the fact that there's kind of like a little, almost like a secret road kind of snuck back here between the mountain, and then it comes out down here. I like it. It's a city of secrets. Fine. This looks pretty good. Maybe get it a little more centered in there. Not so close to that one wall. Oh, it's a little wiggly now. We made it a little wiggly. There we go. Looks a little better. A little bumpy. Quite the view driving down that, yeah. It's all about creating some cool spots in the city. And I think maybe instead of like bringing it to here or bringing it to here or something, I guess we could bring it to here. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I was thinking maybe coming from here. Just smooth this out a little bit. Get our big smooth tool. Get rid of these super bumpy bits. That looks pretty good. And then we'll have that go. Almost what we're trying to do. There we go. That's the right distance there. And we will keep our pathway. Don't want to neglect the pathways. It does go up a hill. Let's bring that back down to earth. So it's a little more flat. And then we can connect that. Get a nice little curve in there. Beautiful. And then from there, we can curve it back like so. Make that line up a little better. There we go, that looks good. So that goes right back into there. Make this a little curve here as well. There we go, I don't mind that. Maybe we'll do some more connections, but just for now, that way they have a way to get up over here, or get down from over there, and then the other cool hidden secret road, which I think looks awesome. So let's just flatten this out a little bit, make sure that road is connected to some land. Smooth it up. And do we want to follow maybe the whole cliff face? That might be a little too extreme. If we followed the entire cliff face with the road. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Oh, that's a bridge. That is a bridge. We don't want that. You have Earth. There we go. Alright, looking pretty good. And let's just see what this would look like if we did want to follow the edge a little bit. Hey, what's up, Jay Dizzy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How you doing? Hope all is well. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we lose, like, any sort of, like, coherence with the rest of the city. Because, like, this is all very well sort of planned and organized. So to just kind of, like, throw something up there seems like a disservice to the area. Music is always top notch. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the tunes. We have a little bit of land there. There we go. Oh. Some funky stuff going on. There we go. Okay, that looks good. But maybe from here. This is the make or break part right here. Get a little bit of our grid, like from down below. Give that a shot. You go out to there. As far as you want. The drop is scary. Yeah, the drop is a bit extreme. Get some guardrails going. I don't know. It's stumping me a little bit here. That's just silly. That seems like might be a dangerous spot for a house. But I don't know. It's a weird shaped space. Maybe we want to think about what exactly we want to put up here. Ideal spot for a bouncy castle park. Just bounce right off the cliff. Oh, I love it. Here, maybe we'll do that. Let's start with that. I think that's a better start. So we can get you going back to there. Yeah, I think this was the key. We needed a little bit of an angle. Except we messed it up. Houses on the cliff edge would be pricey. Oh yeah. It's like the Hollywood Hills up here. Alright, let's do similar to down below the cliffside. A little bit of a grid. A little bit of a grid, I mean a lot of bit of a grid. But that's fine, that's good. Actually, does that connect perfectly? It does. That one. And then let's figure out, we'll use our grass road, because I don't want a larger road up here. We'll use our grass road to indicate sort of the main vein of this area. So going in there. Going down to there. And maybe we'll turn this into a roundabout. And then back. So pretty standard. Delete a bunch of bits now. And then put some wiggly bits in. Rid of you. You. There we go. I like that. That looks pretty good. And we're gonna make these very curvy. The most curvy. Yeah, because that looks better. That looks good. I like that. Using policy for the high quality housing. Oh yeah, the high tech housing or whatever. There is policy. I know what you're talking about. High tech? I think it's high tech. High tech housing. Get those fancy buildings going. Right on. Oh, just hugging that cliff. It's so terrifying. But I like that. It's more spacious. It's not too super dense. I am going to put a tiny bit of road like so. Let's even curve this kind of like that. Need to move that out a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that looked good. And let's make all these roads up here grass. Because I feel like grass roads are a little bit fancier. Especially if we're going to do the high-tech housing. And then we can start zoning that, I think. We've got nice zoning here, so we can get some houses right there on the edges. Might not do some houses right here. And maybe not back there. It's a little scary back there, but definitely right here. Definitely overlooking the valley below. But we do need some more demand. But we have the industrial demand. But I think for that we're going to need another tile, which we're definitely going to get since we have all 9 tiles unlocked in the city. So next time we'll definitely have the 81 tiles mod. We'll get all the tiles that we could ever need or want. And yeah, look at that view. That is a pretty cool view. The statue down below. Definitely need to do a little more building along the coast, and then maybe even do some island hopping out there. But I think that is a great spot to end the stream for tonight, guys. So thank you very much for hanging out with me and building this awesome city. We got all the milestones, even though we only hit 40,000 people, which is still kind of blowing my mind. But that's good, because then we can get more tiles next time. So thank you guys very much. I'll be back streaming some more City Skylines on Wednesday. We'll be right back here doing Petra Vallis and this awesome city. We're also going to be playing some, I believe, more Final Fantasy X tomorrow night. So if you guys love Final Fantasy games or just classic games in general, we'll be doing that. We're getting close to the end in that, so we'll see how many more of those we have in us, or if we just fail completely. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great night or a great day wherever you are. Take care.